Hello dear restaurant owners. This video will be unusual and a bit provoking. And by provoking I mean that I will share some thoughts that you will not often hear from other videos, books or something. So the main idea of that video is to show you where most of your problems come from. Where is the source of those problems? And once you realize that, you will start seeing clear path that will lead you to improving your business and to having a successful and thriving business. I'm Maxim Despark, the founder of the Deglaze Profit program, and the reasons I'm sharing those videos with you is to help you turn your restaurant into a profit generating system. And this exact video is a small part of our Deglaze Profit program that I have decided to share with you in YouTube channel. If you want to know more about the program itself and how we can help you to improve finances of your restaurant, please go under this link under this video and find the first link and click on it. There you will find all the information. Hello everyone, Maxim Despark is with you again. This module or set of lessons is a specific one. It's a special one. And the reason is because instead of going deep into each problem, looking into each number, we will try to look on your restaurant and your business overall from the helicopter view, and we will try to figure out what influences your business. Of course, you have some customers in your area, like specific segmentations of your customers. You have seasonality in your region. You have different vendors in your region, and that definitely affects your business or defines your business a bit. But the business actually starts from you because it starts from your personal desires, personal dreams, and this is what we'll look into and try to figure out how your personality is connected to your restaurant. So, what makes your restaurant successful? You know how to make food and how to serve your customers. Definitely you do. You have employees that do the work somehow. Some of them do their work better, others not, but still. You have customers and some returning customers. And you've got cash flow machine already. I hope you use it. An efficient tool to handle your finances. So, what else do you still need to make your restaurant better, to make more money, and to reach your dreams? Your business is a reflection of your personal traits. Your business is as good as your traits are. Imagine you speak about someone else who started a business. Let's imagine what could that be? Car reselling or business of lawn mowing or cleaning service. And business doesn't go well for those people. In most of cases, when people thinking about others' businesses, they think about personalities. Are they good at business or not? The same situation is with you. Your business is a reflection of your personal traits. Yes, even if market brings some tension to you and forces you to act as you act right now, but still it's a reflection of your personal traits. Check the restaurant leader money game activities that help you to win. This is what we've covered in the first set of lessons. Restaurant leader game brief. So your goal is get a stable growing income, and game activities that let you to win are prioritizing tight control, utilizing effective tactics, quick and reasonable decision making, and establishing and improving processes. And all that depends on you because everything is being forced by you, decision making, you, the person who should do that. And how good or bad you are in those things, that defines how good or bad your business is. To make effective changes to your restaurant, you need to sharpen your saw. So instead of just cutting trees, you need to make pauses to sharpen your saw, to sharpen your axe. Otherwise, you would spend huge amount of efforts without too much income, without too much outcome. So that's why you need to stop and sharpen your saw. Okay, so just to remind you, you are the decision maker in your restaurant. You are the guide. You are the person who guides the restaurant where it should go. As you remember, one of the default features of your employees is the resistance to changes. So in that game, initial desires or wants that your team have are stable income, healthy working environment, work less, eliminate pressure and control, and avoid changes in processes. So this is what you already know about your employees. It's a natural thing. It's not something unusual, but those are opponents that human nature is your opponent in the game of restaurant leader money game. And those features of human nature are resistance to change, disorderliness, and indecisiveness. So this is what you are fighting against. But you want to win. Even if you have such opponent, you want to win. And you should become the person who directs, even if you have that kind of resistance, right? If you have that kind of resistance from your team and from your personality. You invested huge amount of money, I believe so, in your business. Your employees, none. In most of cases, I think most of you of your employees didn't invest anything. That's why you have a right to change everything. It's just a reminder for you. This is why you have a right to change everything. Because you are the only one who loses for real if things go wrong, right? You become the only person in a restaurant who wouldn't get paid if the business stays inefficient. So every time, every month, you pay your employees, but you pay nothing to yourself in case if your business is ineffective. And your business is ineffective in most of cases because you don't want to put too much pressure to your, like too much control to your employees, and you don't make proper decisions because your employees avoid changes and you have that resistance. This is what mostly happens with business owners, not only in restaurant business, in any kind. If employees have a big resistance, it's hard for you to make changes. They may sabotage, they may drain your emotions just not to have those changes. But you become the only person in a restaurant that wouldn't get paid if you continue to stay inefficient, while your employees will have a salary. And you already invested money into that, money and your sweat and blood into that, right? So you define what your business will be like. Not the market, not the employees, but you. This is a reminder. I specifically put this part into the lesson just to remind you you are the person who pay for all that. Make decisions. Don't postpone if they are expected fast. So, your business is as good as your trades are. Change yourself to change the business. You can't do the same thing and expect different results. You can't do same thing as you did yesterday and expect different results than yesterday. You will have the same result. You need to change what you do and how you do it. So this is the key to make your restaurant better. By obtaining new traits, you think and act differently, and it shapes your business in general. So when you get new traits, you start to think differently, you start to make decisions differently, you start to react on things differently, and you start to run your business differently. This is how you change your business. So, examples. There's one statement I believe in: you get what you tolerate. Not seeing things is also tolerating. So, basically, what this is about: every time when one of your employees fails something, but you close your eyes on it, you get the outcome that is dictated with that behavior, not the best outcome, because you tolerated that behavior, you tolerated that decisions of your employees, or passiveness, let's say so, of your employees. And one more thing: not seeing things, closing your eyes on things in your restaurant is also tolerating, because sometimes your employees do things intentionally and watch your reaction. Your no reaction is toleration for them. And such kind of absence of reaction tells them you can continue doing the same thing. So you get what you tolerate. If you stop tolerating, if you become a person who stops tolerating those things, you will get different result. Another example: how you, by changing yourself, you affect your business. The business owner is not an artist. So some of business owners constantly change their mind, change what was planned, like changing menu constantly, changing what's been promoted, what dish has been promoted, what promotions approaches to use, and so on. So every time focus in different places, like I'm an artist and I can do different things, and maybe one thing will work for me. But also, if you are chef in your restaurant, is a chef and owner in your restaurant, and you think mostly about the best dishes, like working as an artist, you also close your eyes sometimes on the business side or financial side of your business, because quality of food is the top priority for you. But when you act like that, you don't get the best business results. So that's why when you stop being an artist and become a business owner, who understands that sometimes you should rethink, or you should reconsider the best quality, to find the balance between the quality and at least some margin. So one more thing to add here: you are a responsible person who chooses changes wisely. And every time you change your mind, what is priority right now, it takes a lot of effort for you to explain to your employees, for your employees to implement that, and it takes time and it takes money. So doing useless changes doesn't let you make other effective changes at that period. So your resources are focused on things that don't bring any value, and they can't be spent for other more important things. So those are examples how your personality, your traits, your behavior affects your business. Now, Traits of successful restaurant owner. Leadership is a combination of strategy and character. If you must be without one, be without a strategy. So, this is what defines your leadership, your character, right? Responsibility starts with the owner. So, this is one of traits. Responsibility starts with the owner. You can't expect your employees to be responsible in case if you show no responsibility. When you promise something and don't do that, when you should appear at exact hour or minute and you don't show up. So responsibility starts with the owner. Don't expect responsibility from your employees if you don't act responsible by yourself. This is the rule. And the trait of successful restaurant owner is to be responsible or don't give any promises. Sticking to a reasonable plan approach is better than switching from one best approach to another. This is really important thing. For example, when you want to lose your weight and you try for several days, you try diet, then you try some exercises, where then you try like I don't know, like tea, special herbal tea to lose the weight. And you do every single of those approaches for 2, 3, 5 days or 2 weeks. And it doesn't bring you any results for sure. Because sticking to a single of those, for instance, a diet, even without any teas, without any exercises, you will get the result if you stick to that for a long period of time. Not looking for the best one, not looking for the silver bullet. When you have a plan and you see that it's reasonable one, stop looking for other best solutions. Stick to your plan and you will win. If it's reasonable plan, not the best one, you will win. Consistency and persistence are vital to ensure the desired result. So this is related to previous one. When you have a plan, when you make a decision, when you realize what should you do, you need to do that consistently with the same level of quality of speed and so on and frequency, and you should do it persistently. Consistency and persistence can't be stolen contrary to recipes, employees, marketing, etc. So if you have some special sauce, some special dish, some special trick, marketing trick, it can be stolen, right? And it would be stolen at some period of time. So how can you protect yourself? You can protect yourself if you are better than your competitors. And you becoming better by being consistent and persistent. Even if someone stolen your sauce, but they make it differently every time, and their customers are not happy because every time it's different, so you will still win having the same ratio between ingredients in that sauce, and you make it perfect every time. You will win, even if your competitor still suffering from you. Consistency and persistence are vital to ensure the desired result. If you're not consistent, the team is not consistent as well. So the same is with responsibility. If you show no responsibility, your team will not show it as well. If you are not consistent, if you don't do the same thing on the same level of quality, speed, and frequency, don't expect that from your team. I mean, in case if this is your responsibility, right? If the tasks that you should do consistently is your responsibility. We don't talk here about times when you just show your employees how to do things. No, we say about specifically about things that you should do as an employee, as a restaurant owner. Examples of consistency: following your daily routines, like entering sales and expenses every day into cash flow machine. This is consistency. This is what you win with. Evaluate every expense. Yes, this is how you increase your profit margin, because cutting every expense that it's not justified, this is plus to your profit margin. And with that consistency, you increase your profit margin. To keep controlling things once you declare the control. So once then you told when you told your employees that we need to do things like this, and I will keep an eye on that. You should keep an eye on that, right? Otherwise, you get what you tolerate. To recognize your employees every time they go an extra mile. Yes, this is what lets your employees to grow and to take more responsibility and bring you more ideas and making better your business after you recognize their efforts. So this is what means to be inconsistent. Don't eat for free in your restaurant. Don't let your employees to do it uncontrollably. I put it here because this is also a kind of consistency. We have a single rules. One of the rules, we need to account to take into account everything. We need to calculate every expense, like to log every expense. And eating free in your restaurant, this is about doing things uncontrollably. You can eat in your restaurant, but please enter that specific amount of food, I mean, those specific dishes on your account to have everything logged in the system. And don't let your employees to do it uncontrollably. Every dish or drink or ingredient consumed by you or your employees should be paid in full or accounted as employee benefits. This is what should you do. Otherwise, you might eat in your restaurant. Some restaurant owners do that. I know that. I know such restaurant owners. And then they're wondering, where is their profit? Their profit was eaten uncontrollably. Restaurant vision and core values should become decision-making simplifiers. So this is a huge topic, and but I don't want to dive deep into that right now. This is about when you have a vision where your restaurant should go, and you have core values that you use in your everyday business. It's much more easier to make decisions every time. And basically, consistency is byproduct becomes a byproduct of vision and core values. Once you have the vision and core values, consistency is about following that vision and core values, because everything should be aligned with that. It becomes simpler for you and for employees to be consistent. Then examples for persistence. I am reminding you that consistency and persistence are vital to ensure the desired result. Persistence. Keep asking questions till you completely understand what that expense is about. So when one of your employees or your manager wants to spend money for something and you don't exactly understand what this is about, keep asking questions. Keep asking questions till you completely understand what this is about and how it affects your business. If it brings money, if it reduce your expenses in the future or reduce time that you or your employees will spend in the future, or it's the original cost of food that's required to make dishes, yes, you should approve that. But if you don't understand what this expense is about, you should keep asking till you completely understand. So this is about persistence. Keep looking through the numbers till you understand where a cash balance discrepancy comes from. Every time in your cash flow machine when you do balancing between your accounts or between accounts, real amount of money in your accounts and logged amount of money, when you do balancing and you see some discrepancies, you need to look through the numbers. You need to look deep into the numbers till you completely understand what the problems comes from. Because once you understand, you know, oh yeah, so this is the another place where I have problems on the system level, and I need to fix that. Without that, without understanding completely those where the discrepancy comes from, you wouldn't be able to fix the problem and increase profit margin. And another example of persistence is to keep training your employees till they act according to standards. So you shouldn't give up because your employees don't follow standards. You should be persistent enough to make your employees act according to standards. This is who you should become. So those are traits of a successful restaurant owner, and this is what change your business when you have those traits. So you should go through a metamorphose and become that butterfly. Imagine a new successful yourself. Recall some successful restaurant owners. Again, how do they look like? How do they act like? Most of them did all those changes, or they have some of those traits from the beginning, and you have enough power to do it too. Because all of them have those traits, or most of those traits, and they changed themselves at some point of their life, at least most of restaurant owners, to be profitable. This is what should you do as well. You can imagine yourself as one of superheroes. Basically, it's a really working or effective technique, which most of star people from sport, like baseball players, basketball players, and so on, use to win. They imagine themselves as superheroes or special animals, or one of so you can use one of celebrities to turn on your strong sides. So when you face another problem, you can imagine a new successful yourself. This is how you can act differently. Make yourself an effective person, and you will boost your restaurant. By changing yourself, you change your restaurant. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.